Hello and welcome to the Hoof GP. Today we are looking at Gracie, cow 812, and her story so far and how she's doing today. In this video we're going to see two trims, one from 2 weeks ago and one from today. So guys, click subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and let's get on with the video. We're looking for Gracie, cow 812. So for those of you who are new to the channel, this cow is cow 812, or she's more affectionately known as Gracie. And Gracie has had a really long story, unfortunately. Back in February, I think it was, she first became really ill. And because of that, she lost a lot of weight, and because she lost a lot of weight, that put a lot of stress on her feet. And that might sound strange, a lighter cow should be less stressful on her feet. But you've got a fat pad in your feet. And basically when you lose weight, the same as me or you, this cow, when she loses weight in her feet as well. So that fat pad gets thinner and thinner. And it's basically like an insole in your shoe. So if you had no insole in your shoe, if you're just walking along kind of barefooted, then you would get problems as well. And that's exactly what happened to Gracie. Now, if we flash back, this is how Gracie looked originally. You can see straight away that she was really ill at one point, and actually all 4 of her claws at some point has had a serious problem. So we've treated her in a variety of different ways, and she has gone up and down. She's felt better and then worse. This can often be the story with cows who are severely lame due to illness and lack of body condition, or fat in other words. They really can struggle to get over problems like this, but these videos are here to prove that if you put enough time and effort in, you can succeed and get them back to perfect health. And I'm hoping that we are well on our way to that end result. Throughout this entire process, Gracie couldn't have been in better hands. She's been very well cared for. She's been given pain medication and anti-inflammatory medication, and she's been given soft bedding where it's been needed. You really can rest assured that Gracie has had the best possible care. As you can see, she really didn't look good at all. And she is coming on, she's getting much better. She's still uncomfortable and she's still sore, and that back foot is still open. But me and the farmer are doing everything we can to get her back to health. And as you can see, she quite likes being in now, I think. She's had a lot of trials and tribulations, but she is given a huge amount of milk right now because she's doing well despite her back feet still being sore. She's actually got in calf as well, so she's pregnant and due to give birth in about 6 months. So there will be a baby Gracie coming along very soon. As you can see, she's a nice old cow. So Gracie's actually about 8 years old, which is quite old for a dairy cow. Normally they'll get 3 lactations or 4 lactations, and then sadly that's the end of their life. So normally they're about 5 or 6 years old when they actually finish up. And like I said, Gracie is about 8 years old now, so she's doing exceptionally well, and she is looking much better, although the goal is that she looks perfect. Anyway, let's crack on and get her feet in there and see exactly how she's doing. So if we look back to how this back right foot was when we very first saw Gracie, you'll see there's a massive improvement. And went through cycles of lots of different things happening, but because we kept going back and kept giving her the attention this foot needed, as you can see, it's pretty much perfect now. We will give it a bit of a model out and we'll check none of these cracks are untoward and probably take that dew claw back a little bit, but apart from that, she should be good. Does have a little bit of crack in here, and she's definitely got bruising here, so we're going to model this out to take the weight off here and investigate this crack. First we'll get rid of that dew claw growth. Okay, so I'm really happy with this foot. There are no problems. This bruising here was the start of a problem, but the bruising isn't the problem. The overburdening is the problem. So we've removed excess horn from here to take the weight off that, and now that bruising won't cause poor old Gracie any more problems. But the back left foot definitely isn't the same story. So we're going to crack on and get that done. So you can see straight away this back left foot on this outer claw, we are really struggling, if managing at all, to heal this white line problem here. And it's partly because it's covered in dermatitis. And we have tried and tried, but the corium, the lamina corium, which grows that part of the horn, it's obviously disintegrating, or it has disintegrated. So maybe it's not even possible to heal this completely. What it is possible to do is make her more comfortable and definitely do everything we can and put everything in place that would be needed to heal it. So that's all we can do. The rest is up to Gracie, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is clean this up, hopefully apply a block here if we're able to, and we're definitely going to apply a bandage in here. I can see there's a cavity starting to open up on this foot, which is the last thing I wanted to happen pretty much. I'm in a really bad predicament now, and this has always been the case with this back foot on Gracie. Because there's problems on both of her back claws, getting the weight off that is pretty much impossible. Normally we'd use a block if there was only a problem on one claw, but there's clearly problems with both claws. So I think we're going to have to try and get inventive. I'm going to put the camera down while I try and block this, okay? So 3, 2, 1, the block will be on. So the plan is, this block will take the weight off this claw completely and allow this area here to heal. This is a fairly easy thing to heal, or at least it would be on a normal cow, so I expect that to heal, and then we can get a block back on here to take the weight off here. Now, this is not what you would do under normal circumstances. Having weight on here is still going to be putting pressure onto this sore part, and that's not ideal, but this is not a normal case. And we're not just going to do nothing about it, are we? We can't just let her go without really trying to get her back on the road to recovery. So putting a block on here, like I said, definitely less than ideal, but I think this is probably the best option to go for in Gracie's case. We're going to wrap up the salicylic acid on both sides and let her rip. Poor old Gracie, yeah? Well, this video isn't finished because I'm going to come back in a few days and take that wrap off myself because I want to see exactly how it's doing. She's a good patient though, isn't she? Right. Back to bed. When it comes to treating Gracie, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, ups and downs, twists and turns, and today is definitely no different. She's not walking fantastically, that back left foot is really not looking good, and my mood is at an all-time low. And just like that, it's 2 weeks later and we are on the hunt for Gracie girl. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, love. She's looking well. She's definitely walking a lot better too. So I'll quickly check the back right foot, but I probably won't trim it in any way to be honest, but I am going to check it just to be sure. As expected, it's totally fine. So we'll just leave that as it is and lift the next foot.
Why have a very foot? Because Gracie.
Was that Gracie? Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely not healed up, but this part has started to heal over. So the intention on the last trim was to try and heal this up so we could get a block on here and then focus on here again to try and heal up that white line problem. It's all about making her as comfortable as possible. And right now she is pretty comfortable. As you guys saw, she's walking pretty well and she's put on a lot of weight, so she's really looking good when you compare how she did look. We just want to keep it going in the right direction. When I trim a foot like this, I take 100 little swipes of the knife, not because I'm lazy, but because I don't want to cut into the corium. It's actually turning out a bit better than I thought it was to begin with. It really has nearly healed over, but it definitely needs to thicken up before we can put a block on. The priority is to make sure we get one of our claws back as good as it can be, so back to perfection, and hopefully this is well on its way. This horn is extremely hard, the outer wall horn. These knives are incredibly sharp, I can assure you, but it looks difficult to cut because it is difficult to cut. I think this is possibly the best Gracie's looked. This is an antibiotical spray and it's prescribed to the farmer for problems like this, whether there are surface infections or anything like that. So this isn't something that I can go and buy or self-medicate or anything like that, but it is for use on things like this. So that's why I don't really talk about it very much. It's fantastic, but only used in the right circumstances if it's been given to the farmer by a vet to use in circumstances like this. So now I'll actually leave her in the crush for this blue spray to dry on completely because I really don't want the dirt and slurry or muck that's on the floor to wash this off. Come on lads, come on. And Gracie is going back to the pen. And I'm probably more hopeful than ever, to be honest. I just said to Craig off camera that I truly now believe she is going to completely heal. Obviously it's going to be a long, and it has been a long road to recovery, but I really think she's going to completely heal now. Hopefully Gracie has a happy ending. If you want to follow Gracie's story and other cows and bulls like her, then click subscribe right now guys, because that is the best way to keep track of these cows and their story. Guys, thanks very much for watching. This has been the Hoof GP and you've been fantastic. Thanks very much again. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye now.
Or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because 'cause she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. But she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know.